I recently saw this bottle of wine with an interesting label and I wanted to try and replicate it. Since web development is pretty much the only thing I'm good at in coding, I started to think about how to create my mosaic with JavaScript. The first step was to scatter some points to be the corners of my tiles. I then offset each point to randomize the pattern, and I made sure to keep the points on the edge inside my square container. I can recreate each tile using these offset coordinates, painting them into shades of orange matching the label. Each pebble is created as a div with a clip path, its width and height encompassing the whole form. Now that the roof base is set, I want to add gaps between my tiles. I first thought that I could simply scale down my pebbles using CSS. But I need to scale them relatively to their size, or I would have gaps of different widths, which creates some weird results. So I first need to get the surface of each pebble. There are two common ways to compute the area of a quadruple table. The first one is to split it into triangles and add the area of each one, the surface of one triangle being its base times its height divided by 2. In the other method, the area of the 4 triangles surrounding the tile are subtracted from the whole surface, and having all the necessary coordinates already, I used the second way. I'm not sure why, but the result was still unconvincing, so I thought about another solution. If I could bring my opposing points closer together by an arbitrary distance, I would have better control over each tile reduction. To do so, I dug out my old geometry license and first computed the slope between P1 and P3. From it, I can find the angle between my slope and my vertical axis, and using this angle compute my new point 1. Then, using the distance between my two old points, I can compute my new point 3. I plugged this tile reduction function into my mosaic, and I feel like there's a little difference. But I probably overcomplicated things anyway. I'm starting to like the whole aspect of it though, especially when raising the number of tiles. Now, to better match the original image, I'll just remove some tiles to form a circle. And for the tiles that outreach my circle's limit, I'll reuse my reduction function to map the corners involved to the rim of my circle. To have a nice final visual, I'll add a color gradient and display my tile one by one from the middle.